What's up, everybody? Renfell here with the latest news on Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you didn't get a chance to watch the live stream yesterday for Game Update 7.3, talking about the upcoming story content called Old Wounds, never fear. I'm here to talk about it. There's links galore. You can go check it out at your leisure. They've got a great page up, which we're going to link in the video description below, where you can go read through all this at your leisure, watch their video clips and everything else. But we're going to be doing a very quick update here, talking about some of the things that I think are really interesting about this upcoming update. And from there, we're going to dive into other stuff. Anyway, let's get going here. Game Update 7.3 is up and coming. It hasn't come out yet, but it's going to be called Old Wounds. Now, here's one of the most important things here. To celebrate the upcoming launch, you can use the code LOTS-SWTOR on the following page to get your own SWTOR Stronghold Decoration. This is only redeemable until May 18th, 2023. So make sure you come to this page, StarWarsStore.com/redeem-code. Again, better to just go to the article link itself, which I've got buried down in the description below, where you can go read all about 7.3 and click on this link and go get this so that you can get this really cool Stronghold Decoration, which I think is really cool. By the way, this dives into the that amazing cutscene they did. Was it last year or the year before? Anyway, go into it from there. They've got timestamps here for those of you who want to dive into this too. They talk about the Old Wounds storyline and the story of a new Flashpoint called the Shrine of Silence. Players are going to be returning to Voss to explore a new area called the Interpreter's Retreat. Let's see if they've got some little snippet details here. We can take a look at this. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, visually it looks great. That's the Interpreter's Retreat. New area. Now, traditionally, I don't like Voss. Voss is one of my least liked planets. So giving me a reason to come back, it's got to be a pretty big pull. This doesn't look too bad, though, to be honest with you. I mean, visually, it's something that at least it has the visual appeal. And you got to admit, it looks really good. We don't have to play through the whole thing. They've got the environment, which this is the environment for the Shrine of Silence Flashpoint, which also looks really freaking good. Look at those tunnels, all of the creepy mist, everything. I love the rope coming down. I don't know who the people are who think that Star Wars: The Old Republic looks aged, or doesn't look like it's that good of a game compared to modern standards. I'm like, I think it looks freaking amazing. Like, it's held up very well over the years. I mean, look at these. Those visuals are very, very tight. Then they've got this encounter designer, Daniel Seferati, who talks about the final boss and the players are going to encounter the Shrine of Silence, the corrupted Varanticus. Dun dun dun. Hey everyone, Renfell here with the commercial part of the video where I say, hey, if you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And thanks to all of our supporters here on YouTube and over on Patreon, our highest members, our guild champions, Crazy's relative, Remy D here on YouTube. And don't forget, if you want to support, it's really easy. You can do the memberships below, the Adventurers Guild, 3 different tiers. There's also the super thanks on any uploaded video or YouTube short that you find. There's also, of course, the super chats and stickers that you could do on any live stream or premiere, and the Patreon page if you want to dive into the fantasy world that I have with my brother and my wife, which is a tabletop game, a point-and-click adventure game, and a fantasy book series. All are great ways to keep this channel going and me going full-time. Thanks again for those of you who support. Let's get back to the video that you're watching now. I also talk about some of these work in progress creepiness, but there's also a bunch of stuff in here about PvP for those of you who care about PvP. I know somebody asked in one of my recent videos, they're like, well, what about the PvP stuff? Why aren't they doing well, they are doing changes to PvP. You can read all about it here, watch it in the video at the timestamp marked above 28-minute mark. some really cool looking armor here. And then they also talk about their credit economy initiative that they've been working on, which is to help fight inflation. Now, it's been working very well in my opinion. I've got some new characters that I've been playing through, the Smuggler and the Inquisitor. So if you've been watching those episodes that have been coming out over the past few weeks, we've been showcasing how the travel costs, the fast travel costs, are working very well for new characters. Like if you don't give your new character any money and you just start them off as a player from scratch, it actually feels like it felt back in the day when the game first launched. You know, you're not spending your money on skills and abilities per se, but if you want to take advantage of the fast travel, it can get quite expensive. I remember there was one point I was looking, I think it was on Coruscant. I was at the Jedi Temple and I was wanting to go back to the Senate Tower. It was going to be 5,000 credits and I only had like 16,000 credits. So it's like, you know, a third of my money to fast travel. It was like, oh wow, do I really want to, does it matter? Like, do I need to save 10 minutes or should I just run back through this area back to the taxi and take the taxi because the taxi doesn't cost anything in comparison. And I chose to run back because I'm not going to spend 5,000 credits on a character that only has 16,000. So those fast travel waypoints are quite expensive now, and not all of them are like that. Like I still use the fast travel quite frequently, but it's more of a, you know, is the convenience worth it type of decision, which is the way it should be to fight inflation. I see all these players who have left comments on my videos going, this new fast travel, it sucks, man. It's too expensive. I'm always broke. But yeah, you should be always broke. The reason we have an inflated market where you go to the broker and, you know, like a simple blaster costs, you know, 5 million credits for something that's like a level 15 blaster, that's wrong. It shouldn't be like that. And the reason it's like that is because we're on these old servers where they have, you know, inflation that's become an issue over the years. I really think it would still be cool if they would just do a new player server. I don't know if they were able to get around to that or that because I don't know what the population is like for an influx of new players, but excuse me, I would happily move over and start new on a, I mean, I would, even though I would lose my legacies. Ooh, that's actually, I need to think about that. I might have to rethink that. Losing my legacies would kind of suck, but you know, it would. Here's what would be cool: if I could transfer to a server, keep my legacies, but you don't let me take any coin with me. I get to go to the new server and have a character. That might be doable. Food for thought. Anyway, more stuff in here. This is what I'm really excited for the cosmetic stuff. So these two blaster pistols look really freaking awesome. This is the Hermit's Vigil, which is inspired by Obi-Wan, but the one that I like the most is the CP2 Briar pistol, which is inspired by Cassian Andor. Look at this thing and the holster that it has. This is really, really cool. These are coming to the Cartel market. It says they're going to be able to be obtained during the Nar Shaddaa Nightlife event, which I can't wait to. There's also the High Roller Skiff mount. You'll be able to log into the public test server in the coming days to experience the new 7.3 content. You can also check out the public test server subforums for more details and information. Now, I didn't want to spoil any of the information about the upcoming storyline for anybody here. That's why we're not playing the video here. So if you want to know more about the Old Wounds storyline, then by all means, make sure to check out the video they've got up here, which talks about, it's the whole live stream essentially from Twitch the other day, which I kind of skim watched because I don't like to spoil story stuff for myself. So I just kind of didn't watch those elements and just kind of skipped around and saw the things that I wanted to see. And then thankfully, because they're very good about this, getting a post live stream video up here. Again, description to this is down there in the link to this is down in the description text. So make sure to read that at your leisure. Go through and dive in all this stuff. Read up about watch the video, find out about the Old Wound storyline and everything else. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can always get updates from me. May the force be with you. See you in the next video.